Hello and welcome everyone to the channel IT Simplified. In today's video on Azure, we'll see how we can connect resources across multiple Azure AD tenant. So recently I was dealing with a customer because of the organizational requirement. They have multiple Azure AD tenant and they had resources which they want to talk to each other. So I thought maybe I'll take a session on this and show you the steps involved in that. And this is not limited to just one organization. So say, for example, if you're an MSP and you want to share your resources across multiple customers, you can use the same steps that I'm going to show you. So for this environment and for this demonstration, I have two tenants. One is an MSP tenant, which is Girish Rocks 505, and I have a customer tenant, customer 1505. And in each respective tenant, I have some resources like MSP RG and MSP VM with an IP of 10.0.0.4. And on the customer side, it is 192.168.0.4. And just to prove you that they are not able to talk to each other, so I'm on the MSP tenant side. And if I just do a ping, you should see the packet getting dropped. And same thing if I do from the customer side. You should also see the packet getting dropped because there is no connectivity. They're on separate AD tenant, and we'll fix that. So what is the first step involved in order to do that? So let's go back to my just diagram. So you can see that this machine is not able to talk to this one. So the step number one is to invite user from each respective Azure AD tenant. So let's go to my MSP tenant. If I go under Azure AD, and actually I've seen this in my previous video. If I go to manage under users, go to new guest user, invite user, and you need to provide the information or the email ID of the person on the customer side. It's Manu with an email ID of customer 1505, and you can also have a personalized message here, and you can click on invite. Now I've already added, that's why you say that it already exists in the directory, but you have to do this both from the MSP side as well as the customer side. And also go and show you on the customer side, it is same step. Under Azure Active Directory, go to user, new guest user, invite user, write the name. So this person should be on the MSP side. Write the credentials, and you just click on the invite. Now I've already added on both the sides. Actually, I can show you. So this is already there on the customer side, and I've also added one on the MSP side. So this was step number one. Now with this step done, what is the step number two? The step number two is to add appropriate rights on each side, both at the customer side as well as on the MSP side at the resource group level. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, at the MSP side, let me go and search for resource group. And MSPRG. Under MSPRG, if you go to the access control, go to add role assignment. And the role assignment I want to give is network contributor. I like this, and the user I want to give access is Manu. So just remember, Manu is on the customer side. And once you select that, you click on save. And same thing on the customer side. So the resource group that I'm talking about is customer RG, access control, add role assignment. It is network contributor. The person who will have access is Girish, and click on save. So this is number two, to give network contributor role at the resource group level. So with these two steps done, the step number three is to do the actual peering. Now for that, what we need is we need to have the resource ID of our virtual network, both from the MSP side and also from the customer side. So first, let's do on the MSP side. I'll go to virtual network, go to MSP VNet, right? Under properties, you see the resource ID. This is what I want. I can save this. And same information I will also grab from the customer side. Right, so both this information and resource ID saved. Let's do the actual pairing. So first from the MSP side, I'll go under pairing. Let's go and click on add. By the link name, rest everything you should be able to leave that to the default. And I know my resource ID. Also give the link name here. And here I need to provide the customer VNet resource ID. With that selected, if I go to the drop down of directory, you will see that my customer default directory is also available. I just need to highlight this and authenticate. And let's click on the add button. So it's validating and it's adding the network peering. And we have to do same thing from the customer side too. So let's give it a moment. You can see that that has been added, but the peering status is initiated is not successful because we have to do it from the customer side also. And let's keep an eye on the connection between the two resources from MSP. So right now, as you can see that it's timed out, so the packets are not able to reach. So on the customer side, same idea. I'll go to pairing. Let's go and add, and this is from customer to MSP side. Rest everything you should be able to leave it to the default again. Give the link name, and I know my resource ID. And this time, I need to grab the resource ID of the MSP VNet. Okay, so everything is green check mark. If I go to the directory, I should be able to see the tech data directory, which is Girish Rocks, and authenticate. Okay, let's go and click on add. It's validating. And again, let me just now see if it start connecting. Might take a couple of seconds. Under the VNet pairing, it should change from initiated to connected. Let's see, hopefully we are able to connect. Here you go, you can see that I'm able to reach. So this is from the MSP side, and it should be the same thing from the customer side too, so you can see from the customer side. So with this, we have successfully connected resources, though they are residing between different Azure AD tenant. And as I said that if you're using this from the MSP side, maybe I can add another user, another customer here, another separate AD tenant, and I'll be also still able to share my resources from my MSP tenant side and connect the resources to my customer too. So hopefully you like this video on connecting resources across multiple Azure AD tenant. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.